Hello, this is Larry Robertson, and this is the fourth episode of TMS Tightrope Carousel 6.4.5 RSS feeds, excuse me there. And this episode will be creating an RSS bulletin with a single full screen image. Okay. I'm going to go straight to Dreamweaver, and this is the source to this RSS feed. It's very small, very short and sweet. Let me just walk through this a little bit. It's got a channel, and within the channel it has a dummy title because we don't need to display any title if the image is going to be full screen. But yet a title, if you may remember in the schema episode, a title, there's several elements in the channels that are unordered, but you must specify one, at least one. And so I'm specifying a title to satisfy the schema. But yet the title has no content. That's why instead of a start and end tag for title, I'm using the shortcut in XML, which is a / close bracket. That indicates that it's empty content. Okay, but it does contain an image and an item. An item is also required by the schema, and within an item it requires at least one element and a title. This empty is what I chose for that as well. So within an image there are 3 elements that can be available in an image, but the URL is a required one. The other 2 are optional. We're not going to worry about those. I think there will link in the description, and since we can't display anything on the screen but the full page picture, we don't worry about a link in the description element. So in here I'm specifying an image. That's the URL to it. Very simple. Let me go back to Carousel, and let me refresh this page. I still have that leftover error message from the last one, and well, I'm not going to worry about that. So let's take a look at, it's not that one. Here it is right here. This is the result of the source code that I just showed you for this episode's demonstration. That's what it's going to look like in the end, but we're going to recreate this from scratch. Okay, so let's refresh this and go into a new bulletin. We want to create a dynamic bulletin of type RSS bulletin, so we need to get the URL to the feed. So I'm going to go back to Dreamweaver to get that. Somewhere in here I have the URL. Okay, it's one of these. A single slide right here. I'm going to copy that link to the clipboard. Single image slide. Now let's go back to Carousel and ensure that that's a correct. We're going to put that in here. Single image slide.xml. There we go. And it's going to read that, and it's going to get all the possible tags that we can put in there. And some of them are carryovers from my testing, like this tag shouldn't even be there. Apparently Carousel stores old tries in a database and redisplays them here for some reason, but only in certain cases. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that. What we want to deal with here is this tag right here, channel image URL. And Carousel named it channel image URL because in the instance it's channel image URL. They're just concatenating the element names together. So I want to copy that to the clipboard and then go in and edit this feed. Okay. I want to create a new block, and I'm going to call it Web Picture. And its type, you don't want to select picture, you want to select web picture for its site, because a picture would be something that you uploaded to Carousel. This one is on the web, so we're going to say web picture. Then we open up the picture type, and we replace this URL, get rid of it, and paste in what we had copied to the clipboard here, a reference to it. And that's it. So once we have that, we want to size this to full screen. But if you remember in the previous episode about errors, you can't have this full screen with all this other stuff underneath it. So to solve that problem, we're going to highlight a block, go into options, and delete every block except for the one that we just created. Delete that block, delete that one, and that one. And come down and delete the last one. Now, somewhere on here, there should be one block left. There it is. And this is our web picture. So now we can go ahead and just resize it full screen. And then save and exit. It's just as simple as that. Now it's a matter of waiting for it to render. That was a nice, easy one. If I go into active bulletins, it's going to be the last one at the bottom here. So it's rendering right now. And we'll just be patient and wait for it to render. It rendered already, and there it is. A full screen image at the channel level. Single image. All right, that covers this episode. And if you like this episode, go ahead and click on the thumbs up in YouTube. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.